The 200th episode, you were interviewed by Dave Chappelle. Is he in the 250th?
He is very much in the 250th, upstairs in the other living room of this house in which my wife and I live. Dave and I sat on the couch and talked for about an hour. And we have a nice chunk of that in the show, where he describes his experience on the show and our friendship, which is very close since then. And he picked his favorite moment from the show and his favorite category of guests, which is comedians. And that triggers a package of retrospective moments that is, I think, just incredible.
When you look back to the 200th, what was it that made you choose Dave Chappelle? Because there were lots of people that you could have chosen, but you knew that you would have that chemistry that you had, I think.
That's correct. It was the chemistry. My memoir, Inside Inside, had just come out, and I was being interviewed in lots of shows, and so we decided we would devote the 200th episode to the memoir, which also gave us a look back at the previous years of the show. It was I who suggested, by the way, that I not host the show, obviously. It would be about my book and me, and it's not very attractive for me to be paying a tribute to myself. And I didn't want a tribute anyway. And so I picked somebody who would be clever and cunning and funny and who would have his own point of view. And of course, that added up to Dave Chappelle.
Did you have a favorite part of that episode that was your favorite?
Of that episode?
Yeah.
The whole thing was a favorite of mine. We did a lot of things in that show that were the usual insanities. And we're able to talk to each other, as we do on the 250th, upstairs in the couch. We talk to each other as friends. I admire him enormously. And we had a lot of fun on the 200th. We had a lot of fun on the 250th. And of course, he was originally on the show in an episode which starred him, which went on from 10 o'clock when he arrived. He'd flown from Yellow Springs, where he lives, and his plane had been delayed. Our audience stayed. 750 people didn't move. And we started at about 10:15, and we finished at 1:30 in the morning. I've never seen happier people in my life. Nobody moved. Chappelle's a genius. I'm not, he is, so it worked out wonderfully. And getting involved with the studio caused me, in the end, of course, to create something called the Actors Studio Drama School, which gave birth to something called Inside the Actors Studio. It changed my life totally. Learn, 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 study, 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 learn all the things you can, experience all the things you can. Those are arrows in your quiver. Eventually, you'll take them out and use them when you're an actor.